Hi everyone, welcome back to Crafty Yarn. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Samantha, and this is where we share what we've been crocheting and knitting.
So we ended up taking an unintentional break over, well, however long.
A few months, yes.
Things just got really busy.
Yeah, I also found that my crochet motivation dipped quite significantly, and I wasn't really producing a lot. No, but since then we've been quite busy.
So we've also made the decision to amalgamate our two channels, Violet May Handmade and this channel, into just this channel. So from now on we will be doing podcasts every fortnight.
Yep.
And then we're also going to have a few different videos, sewing videos, some vlogs hopefully, just a few different things because we won't be doing the other channel anymore. So everything is going to be on this channel.
Yeah.
So we have been doing quite a lot of planning of our content, and we're looking forward to what is to come. Yeah,
I'm really motivated for 2026. So quite looking forward to getting, well, we've already got stuck into it, but further. Yeah. Really inspired this year, and I don't normally, I've never done it before, but I decided that I would use a word this year, and so I've decided on spontaneous, and I'm just going to go where my creativity takes me. So if I feel like starting a new project, I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I'm just going to do it.
So before Christmas I did a few Christmassy pattern tests, but they're a bit outdated now, so I'll just quickly go through them. So the first one was this adorable gingerbread bunny. So I'll put all the designers and the pattern names on the screen. But I just loved making this. I think it turned out so cute.
She's adorable, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
A nice size too, not too big, not too small.
Yeah. And then I did these bubbly trees. So there's a red one and a mustard one. And then the same designer came out with the tall version of it. So it is in different yarns, so it doesn't look much taller, but it is quite a bit bigger.
Yeah.
And I just loved making these. I made one for my brother, I did another one, and I just really loved them.
They're a lot of fun, weren't they?
They were.
And easy. The pattern was quite easy. Yeah.
I just kept knocking them out. Making them. So I will definitely be making more of these for next year. And then the final one that I did was this little baby snowman, which I just think is adorable.
It is.
So I like making little ones like this. This is what I first started with.
True, yeah.
So they were a lot of fun to do. And then it's sort of become a bit of a tradition now that every year I make my grandpa a pair of socks. He's actually the only person who I've made more than one pair for. Because he just loves them.
He does, yeah.
So I really like making them for him. So this time I had a plain yarn. So we got these, we showed them a few videos ago from Wangaratta Woolen Mills. So this was the colour that I picked out for him. It's sort of a mustard.
I think it was called maize.
Was it called maize?
I think, from memory, yeah.
I can't remember. But because it was a plain yarn and I've never made him socks in a plain yarn before, I decided that instead of doing like vanilla socks like I usually do, I would do the Rhinebeck Roomies pattern, which is a pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady. But that pattern is for cuff down. And I've never been a big fan of cuff down, so I decided that I would just do my normal toe-up sock recipe and then put the pattern into it, so it is worked the opposite way. But I don't think it, I think it worked.
I think they look beautiful. I mean, I wouldn't know, unless you're a knitter, you wouldn't know the difference, would you?
Well, I can't even tell the difference, but I'm not like that good at like looking at the stitches.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really nice pattern.
So it's just got like a beautiful, like stretchy, like squishy texture. And he actually quite likes them having a bit more stretch, he said. So I think that possibly the next one I do, even if it isn't a plain yarn, I'll probably do another pattern.
Oh, okay.
Whether or not I do this one again or not, but yeah.
Well, you enjoyed it, didn't you?
I did.
Although you do have some new sock books, so maybe you should choose something out of those.
Yeah, I should, because I'm quite excited. I actually showed him a cabled pair, which he quite liked, so I might do those next time.
Yeah. We also made some Christmas trees too. So this one was a pattern by Annie Design Crochet, And they're just so cute, and they're so fun to make too, aren't they? And so they've just got the little trunk down the bottom. So it's just a basic granny square, and then it's just the way you fold it that makes the tree. So you just fold in the sides and then the bottom, and that forms your tree shape, and then you just put your trunk on the bottom and the loop on the top. But they were a lot of fun to make, and I just think they're just so pretty. I really love them, so we might actually make some more for next year. They make great gifts too, don't they? Yeah. And then this was another one that I made for Caitlin. I can't remember the name of the pattern, so I'll have to put it on the screen, but this was just a flat one, and then you've just got the little stem on the bottom. The only thing with this one, I made it in an 8-ply, and it's a bit sort of flimsy, but I think that's probably the yarn. If you used a slightly thicker yarn, it would probably sit a little bit nicer, but I was quite pleased with that one too.
I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah. And then we've been on a bit of a finishing spree because we're going to enter into the...
finish that whip.
Yes, finish that whip 26. We entered, it was a competition that was run in 2024 in October, but she's moved it to January now. And I really like it because it actually motivates you to get some things finished, because I've had some projects that have been languishing for far too long. And one of them, which I cannot believe that I let it languish for so long, was this stocking. So this was a pattern by Bella Coco, and I started it in 2024. Is that right? Yeah. Christmas of 2024. And it sat in my bag all that time, and I've only just got it out the other day, and I said to Caitlin, look, I really want to get this finished. All I actually needed to do was slip stitch this together. Like, I just can't believe that I let it sit in my bag for so long. So I now have my first finished thing for the whip challenge. So you actually just, whatever you make in, whatever you finish in January, you just post it on Instagram. We'll put the details below. And you can, there's some really great prizes that you can win, yeah.
And the great thing about it is it's all craft. So crochet, knitting, sewing, embroidery, cross stitch, whatever. Whatever craft you do, you can enter it.
Yes. So as a result, I have now finished my recovery shawl, and I am so excited that I've finally finished it. It's very hard to show because it's quite big now, but I love it so much. I said to Kate, I'd actually quite like to make another one, but I won't make another one at the moment. And then I've put my pockets on there. They look a little funny like that, but when you're actually wearing it, they sit like that. So that's, I can put my glasses in there or whatever. Crochet hook even, maybe, if you're crocheting. So I'm so thrilled with this, and I just actually can't wait for the weather to cool down a bit so I can wear it. So this was just made using entirely scraps of 4-ply yarn. Some of them were a little bigger pieces that we had, but took a long time because we had to wait till we got more yarn to use in it. But it was a lovely pattern, isn't it? It's just the moss stitch, and yeah, really, really nice pattern. But I'm so pleased to have it finished after all this time, which is quite exciting.
It's actually kind of a little bit sad though, because it was always a good project if you didn't really have anything else to work on. It was just mindless, and you could just
true. So that's sort of why I'd like to do another one, but maybe I need to find a different project that's more mindless. I don't know. Yeah. Yes, but I'm really thrilled with that. So another long-standing project was the cardigan for my mum, the Vanna cardigan that I've been working on forever. So I have finally finished. I've sewn in all the ends and it's almost finished, but I sewed the collar on, and it didn't actually give instructions how to sew the collar on. So I've just sort of joined it together and sewn it. But the problem is it doesn't, when you fold it back, it doesn't actually sit all that well. It's sort of quite floppy, like it just doesn't sit very nicely. I don't really know how else you would sew it on there. So I'm just going to tack it down in a few places so that it will sit flat. So that is so close to being finished, and I will definitely have it finished by next time. I've just got to tack those few things on. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with the fact that there was just no instructions on how to do the collar. So, but it just doesn't sit nicely. So I've just got to finish that tiny bit and that will be another finished project, so I'm quite excited about that. And my mum is too. Yes.
This summer fruit pudding shawl has been sitting in my trolley for ages unfinished because I ran out of the pink yarn for the border. So what I decided to do was unpick the last repeat of stitches on the shawl to free up a bit of extra yarn so that I could work 3 rows of the border in the green and then only the final row in the pink so that I would have enough. So in aid of the finish that whip, I've done that. So I just need to sew in the ends and block this and then it will be completely finished. Another project that I'm hoping to finish for this challenge is my Amma top, which I've been working on for ages. So I had the 2 big squares last time, I think. So I've joined them at the shoulders and at the side. So all I need to do is just a little bit of crochet around the neck and the armholes and possibly the bottom, I think. And then this will be done. And I've tried it on and I think it looks really nice.
It does, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to having that finished.
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
It is. I think in January it's nice to clear the decks for the year.
I agree. So over the last few months I've been doing quite a lot of work on my Hexi cardigan. Caitlin and I sat down the other day just to sort of double check how many I've done of each one, and I haven't quite finished, unfortunately. I thought I had, but so I'm getting extremely close to finishing all the Hexis for that. Then I'm going to block them all and then it'll be the job of sewing in the ends and joining it together. So I'm really excited with my progress on this. So these are my whole Hexis, which I have completely finished. So I've got the natural marl, the lilac, the spearmint, and the musk, and the navy. Yes, I don't think I'll ever do anything else in navy again. It's really hard to see the navy. So they're all completely finished. And then I had to divide them into separate bags because I was getting confused. So these are some of the halves because there's half horizontal and half vertical. So they're the half ones. And then there's the little quarter ones. So hopefully by next time I'll have all of those finished and I'm going to start the blocking. So it's getting quite exciting now. Yeah.
So for Christmas, Mum got me this book. So it's the Complete Sock Knitting Guide by Rove, which we borrowed this from the library a couple of years ago and we just fell in love with it. It was such a great book. So I'm really pleased to have it. And I decided that the first project that I wanted to do was a pair of DK socks because I've always wanted to make some. So there's this pattern here which is called the Sloping Hills. And so I decided that that was going to be my first project. So I have actually completed that. So it was worked cuff down, which is not my preferred method, but I did it. But I'm actually going to unpick it because I found that I had more yarn so I can make the leg a little bit longer, and because I'm making them for Mum I thought she might prefer that.
So we've done a teeny tiny bit of work on our little Kindred Spirits dolls, Anne and Diana. So we've just started the hair. So we've only done a few rows but we have made a tiny bit of progress. So that's Diana's the brown and then Caitlin's making Anne and hers is sort of the reddy colour. We still haven't decided what we're going to do with the doll yet though, but
we decided that we
just keep moving on. Yes.
For a little while. Yeah. So that it gave us a bit more time to decide.
Yes.
So I've been working really hard on the little coat that I was making for our dog buddy. So it's made up of all of these little squares. So this bit will go like across his chest and then this will lay over his back and then this piece will come up underneath his tummy. So he is quite a big dog. So we did have to add 2 extra squares to the little tab, and then I added an extra, like a whole extra row to add more width, and then I need to add 1 more row to the back to make it long enough. So it has been a lot of squares, but I've tried it on and I think it looks adorable.
Oh, it does, yeah, it's going to be sweet.
Yeah, I'm excited to get that finished for him. So I've been putting quite a bit of work into my Italian ice cream shawl, and I'm about 2 rows away from having enough, and then I will be on to the same border battle that Mum's on, which we still haven't decided what we're doing with that.
No, we were looking at it the other day and I don't know, it's just all too complicated. We tried a few different things but just
nothing
it's just
was
not
really what you want.
No, so have to put a bit more thought into that one.
Yeah. Which we will be doing.
So I've started a new project, which I was quite excited about. I think I mentioned last time I might do one. So this is called the Lotus Petal Shawl.
So
Oh,
pretty.
it's just beautiful. It's got this really lovely detail of the puff stitches. And this is in Inside Crochet 158. Oh, I'm loving this project. I'm really, really enjoying it. So I'm using a 4-ply sock yarn from Bendigo Woolen Mills called French Macaron. I've only got a tiny bit left of the first ball, but the colours are just divine. They're just so, so pretty and pastel-y.
That is one of the most beautiful things you've ever made.
It is, and you can see the puff stitches there. It's just magnificent. And the interesting thing about this shawl is, Caitlin and I have never seen one like it before, but you actually work the border whilst you're doing the shawl, so you don't need to go back and do the border. So that's the edge there.
Which is good because it allows you to use up all of your yarn.
Exactly, yes. Especially with a yarn like this where you would end up with a sort of multicoloured border. It's actually a really clever idea. So I'm quite excited to keep working on that. It's really fun.
So I haven't been keeping up with the 2 rows a day on my Lilith cardigan, but I have made a bit of progress on the front, so hopefully I'll get back to doing that soon. And then I have finished the front panel on my basic jumper, and I started on the sleeve, but it's actually far too small for me, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do about that. I'll have to give it some thought. So that's everything that we've been working on, and now we have a couple of plans, because it's only natural that when you finish things you make new things.
Yes. Yes, well, it's funny because I went through my trolley of things the other day, and I said to Kate, I really actually don't have that many things to work on, so that was a good excuse to start a new project. So this is a shawl that I've had my eye on for quite a while. It's out of the It Girl crochet book. And it's that one there. So it's a lovely lacy shawl. So I've got this yarn that this is, I've got another full ball, but this is just a leftover, what was it called?
Lion Brown Summer Nights.
The Lion Brown Summer Nights. Caitlin made a beautiful shawl in it. It's a lovely pastel yarn. So I'm going to use that, and then I think I'm going to use a blue as the contrast. So quite looking forward to starting work on that one.
So my grandma's birthday is coming up, and I thought it would be nice to crochet her something. So I thought I would make her a gooseberry fool, which I've made a couple of times and you've made once.
Yes.
It's out of the Delicious Crochet Shawls book. And I had this purpley sort of variegated Aran weight yarn in my stash, and I thought that would be nice. She likes wearing purple.
She loves purple. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to starting that, because her birthday is in March, so I want to be organised in plenty of time, because Christmas Eve crafting is not the vibe.
Unlike me and my cardigan, hopefully it'll be more reliable.
Poor thing, she must think we're useless.
Yes. I also fancy making a vest with thoughts of winter coming up, and I looked through Ravelry and I wasn't really sure what I was looking for. I was actually looking for something that was fully enclosed at the front, but the one that I've actually ended up going for is nothing like that. But I think I just fell in love with it. So it's called the Fall Vest by Crochet with Carrie. It's a free pattern, and it's an Aran weight yarn. So I had this in my stash, the Alpine Tweed from Lincraft.
It's going to be beautiful.
It is going to be beautiful. So I'm really actually looking forward to starting that, because I think it will be quite a quick make, being an Aran weight yarn. So and I think it had pockets.
Yeah.
So it should be quite nice.
So that's all that we've got to show.
Yes, quite a bumper episode. Yes. So we'll be back to our normal schedule of every 2 weeks from here on in. Yeah, we
With our
may.
podcast, and we might have other videos.
Yeah. So until next time, happy crafting.